Hello, dear audience. Welcome back to Fresh Vital Tips, the channel that shares healthcare secrets and ways to improve your quality of life every day. In today's video, we will explore a natural, simple, yet highly effective method, sleeping well naturally with ginger, a special tip for those over 50. If you often toss and turn, sleep restlessly, or wake up tired, then stay with me until the end of this video. I will share practical ways to use ginger in daily life to help your body relax, calm your mind, and let sleep come naturally and peacefully. So let's get started. Have you ever lain awake all night, tossing and turning from left to right, watching the clock tick away, while all you wished for was to sink into a deep sleep, just like when you were in your 20s? I believe that if you are over 50 or 60, you must have experienced that feeling at least once. One of my patients, Mrs. Margaret, 68 years old, once told me during a consultation, "Doctor, I have everything, children, grandchildren, a home, fairly good health, but I don't have the simplest thing, a full night's sleep." Hearing her words, I silently looked at her tired, darkened eyes. In fact, I have met hundreds of patients like her, and I myself, a doctor now 60 years old, have also spent many restless nights like that. There is a truth that few people mention. As we age, our bodies change. The nervous system becomes more sensitive, blood circulation slows, and our natural ability to fall into deep sleep gradually diminishes. Young people can sleep straight through the night, but we older ones often wake up startled in the middle of the night, then toss and turn endlessly. Have you ever felt that way? Throughout my years of practice, I have seen many people turn to sleeping pills, melatonin, even expensive calming teas. Some manage to sleep for a few nights, but then fall into a vicious cycle, dependence on medication, heavy-headedness, daytime fatigue. Sleep, originally the body's natural gift, suddenly becomes a battle. And when sleep disappears, so does much of life's joy. I still remember once an elderly patient, 72 years old, told me, "When I was young, I loved working, loved playing sports. But now, what I crave most is just one night of uninterrupted, dreamless sleep." Hearing those words, I thought of myself, and I wondered, have we forgotten the simple things that nature has already given us? You know, sometimes a solution lies right in our kitchen, the most familiar and intimate place. A small piece of ginger, the spice you use for soup or braised fish, can become a silent companion to help you regain peaceful sleep. I know that when ginger is mentioned, many people will laugh. "Doctor, ginger is just a spice. How could it help me sleep well?" But imagine this. On a winter evening, you hold a cup of hot ginger tea in your hands. Steam rises, spreading a spicy fragrance. Just one small sip, and you feel your body warming up, your hands and feet filled with blood, your heartbeat slowing down. Each breath becomes calmer. In that moment, you've already begun sending your body a signal. It's time to rest. I'm not exaggerating. Modern science has proven that ginger contains compounds such as gingerol and shogal. They have anti-inflammatory properties, improve blood circulation, and soothe the nervous system. Some studies even show that ginger helps regulate cortisol, the stress hormone, and stimulates the production of serotonin, the precursor to melatonin, the very hormone that brings us to sleep. It may sound complicated, but you can picture it simply. Ginger is like a tiny key, unlocking the nervous system and bringing you back to a natural state of peace. Interestingly, in traditional medicine, ginger has long been regarded as a fire that warms the body, dispels cold energy, and restores balance. And when the body is balanced, sleep comes more easily. In the old days, people didn't have sleeping pills, but they knew how to use a few slices of ginger to stay warm and calm the mind. Perhaps that's why they were healthier, lived longer, and were more at peace than we are today. You see, sleep is not just about getting 8 hours. Sleep is how the body heals and regenerates itself. Without it, the body gradually weakens. Memory fades and the spirit feels heavy. But with a little wisdom and with what nature has given us, we can still reclaim this gift. Throughout my journey as a doctor, I have shared with many patients the ways of using ginger. Some soak their feet in warm ginger and salt, and after a week, they feel their feet no longer cold, their mind lighter, and they sleep straight through the night. Others prefer drinking ginger tea with honey and lemon before bedtime, and they told me, "Doctor, for the first time in many years, I woke up without feeling tired." And I believe that you too can experience that. But the important thing is that you must believe sleep hasn't left you. It's only waiting for the right signal. And ginger, that small but miraculous gift, may be the gentlest signal of all. That's why in this video, I want to explore with you simple yet profound ways to use ginger to relax the body and bring you back to restful sleep. I don't promise that you will sleep well tonight, but I believe that after just a few days of patience, you will notice the changes. Your breathing slows, your heart feels more at peace, and sleep returns naturally, like an old friend coming back. Have you ever noticed that sometimes just a small gesture before going to bed can change the whole night? I want to tell you the story of Mr. James, 64 years old, a former math teacher in Boston. He came to me complaining that he had suffered from insomnia for many years. He tried all kinds of medicine, even meditation, but nothing worked. I suggested something that seemed too simple, soaking his feet in warm ginger and salt water before bed. At first he laughed. "Doctor, I'm a man of science. I don't believe in folk remedies." But then a week later he came back. His eyes lit up. "Doctor, I didn't expect just a basin of warm water with a few slices of ginger could make me sleep so well. I feel young again." You see, sometimes we forget that the feet contain dozens of acupressure points directly connected to the heart, brain, and nervous system. When we soak our feet in warm ginger water, blood vessels dilate, circulation improves, and the body is warm from the bottom up. The brain receives the signal, it's time to rest, and then sleep comes as gently as a breeze. I want you to imagine, you sit down at the end of the day, placing your tired feet into warm water with a gentle, spicy aroma of ginger. The steam rises, and the flow of blood throughout your body seems awakened. You breathe out, breathe in, and feel the peace spreading. Perhaps just that much is enough for a good night's sleep. Another way for those who prefer something more refined is ginger honey lemon tea. I remember Mrs. Linda, 59, once shared with me, "Every night I can't stop worrying about everything. My kids, my health, the future. The moment I lie down, my brain just won't stop running." I advised her, turn drinking ginger tea into a small nightly ritual. Not just drinking, but a ritual, like lighting a candle, like tidying up your soul. A warm cup of ginger tea, a spoonful of honey, a few drops of lemon. Ginger warms you, honey soothes with gentle sweetness. Lemon adds a refreshing note. While sipping, sit quietly, listen to soft music, or read a few pages of a book. Your body slows down, your breathing evens out. You're not just drinking tea, you're sending a signal to your soul. It's time to relax. Science also shows that honey helps stabilize blood sugar overnight, reducing sudden awakenings. It also stimulates serotonin production, the brain chemical that turns into melatonin, guiding you into sleep. Combined with ginger, the effect is even stronger. Have you ever experienced sipping a hot cup of tea in the quiet of the night? All your worries seem to melt away with the rising steam. That's exactly what many of my patients rediscovered after trying this simple recipe. But not everyone enjoys drinking or soaking. For many people, inhaling warm ginger steam is the perfect choice. I once had a patient, Mrs. Esther, who suffered from chronic sinusitis. Every night she struggled with nasal congestion, difficulty breathing, and of course, trouble sleeping. I showed her how to boil a bowl of water with a few slices of ginger, cover her head with a towel, and inhale deeply. After a few days, she called me. "Doctor, for the first time in years, I was able to sleep through the night without waking up." Ginger steam doesn't just open the airways and warm the sinuses, it also relaxes the nervous system. When the body breathes evenly and the brain receives enough oxygen, sleep naturally comes with ease. This proves that sometimes it's the simple act of breathing, something we take for granted, that becomes the gateway to restful sleep. Another method worth trying is massaging ginger essential oil into the soles of your feet. This is a practice recommended in many traditional medicines. All you need is a few drops of diluted ginger oil, gently rubbed on the soles and around the ankles. The warmth spreads, soothing yet energizing at the same time. Many of my patients have shared that after doing this, not only do they fall asleep more easily, but they also experience less knee and lower back pain. And there's another recipe I often recommend for those who still enjoy drinking milk at night. Warm milk with ginger. Milk is naturally rich in tryptophan, a compound that helps the body produce serotonin and melatonin. When combined with a few slices of ginger simmered together, you get a cup of milk that's warming, calming, and digestion-friendly. I often tell my patients, treat this as part of your bedtime ritual. Wash your face, brush your teeth, make a cup of ginger milk, then sit down quietly. Sometimes that's all it takes to awaken childhood memories, when we slept soundly in our mother's arms, free from worries and restlessness. You see, ginger isn't magic, nor is it a sleeping pill. It's simply a small companion that helps the body send a signal. It's time to rest. When you combine ginger with other good habits, like dimming the lights, putting away your phone before bed, keeping your mind at peace, sleep returns. Not as a battle to be fought, but as a natural gift. I know you might wonder, can something this simple really work? I was once skeptical too, just like Mr. James, just like Mrs. Margaret. But they became living proof that sometimes the simplest solutions touch the deepest needs of the body. So I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to try a cup of ginger tea tonight? Are you willing to soak your feet in warm ginger water and let your body whisper to you, it's time to sleep? If the answer is yes, I believe that within just a few days, you'll notice a difference. Not only will you sleep better, but you'll feel lighter, warmer, and most importantly, you'll regain the confidence that you can take control of your sleep instead of letting it control you. As I sit here looking back on decades of being a doctor, I realize sleep, something that seems so simple, is actually the most precious gift that old age sometimes unintentionally loses. And yet it's often the little things, like a piece of ginger in the kitchen, that can become the key to bringing us back to peaceful rest. You see, I'm not talking to you about expensive remedies or sleeping pills that leave your mind heavy. I just want you to remember that sometimes nature has already prepared what we need most. A slice of ginger, a cup of warm water, a deep breath. These alone can make a difference. Think about it. How many times in life have you searched for big solutions while overlooking the simple ones? People often chase faraway answers, while happiness sits right beneath their feet. Sleep is the same. It doesn't live inside a pill, but in how we listen to our bodies, in the gentle signals we send ourselves before lying down to rest. One of my patients, Mrs. Rose, now 70, once told me, "Doctor, I always thought insomnia was the end of the road, the price of aging. But since I started drinking ginger tea every night, I realized sleep never really left me. It just needed me to welcome it back." Hearing her words warmed my heart, and I want to pass that warmth on to you. Ask yourself, tonight, are you willing to give yourself 10 minutes to create a small bedtime ritual? It could be soaking your tired feet in warm ginger water. It could be sipping a cup of ginger honey lemon tea while reading a few pages of a book, or simply rubbing a little ginger essential oil into the soles of your feet, so your body understands it's time to rest. You don't need to do everything at once. Just pick one method that feels right for you and stick with it. Sleep isn't some miracle that happens overnight. It's the result of small habits that build up over time. And I believe that within just a week, you'll start to notice the change. The dark circles under your eyes will fade, your mind will feel lighter, and waking up in the morning won't feel like such a struggle. It'll feel fresh and energizing instead. Science can explain this with hormones, nerves, and blood circulation. But to me, it's also a philosophy of life. When we learn to value the simple things, our body knows how to respond. Ginger isn't just a root, it's a symbol of warmth, of the connection between nature and human beings. And I want you to remember this. Sleep is not a battle. Don't force yourself to sleep, and don't be afraid when sleep doesn't come. Think of sleep as an old friend, sometimes distant, but always waiting for you to open the door and let it back in. Every little ritual you do before bed, soaking your feet, drinking tea, inhaling the aroma of ginger, is like an invitation. Come back to me. I'd like you to try a small exercise tonight. As you're getting ready for bed, ask yourself, what have I done today to signal to my body that I'm ready to rest? If your answer is nothing, then let a cup of ginger tea be that signal. And if you've already tried, be patient. Sleep won't transform in a single night, but your body will recognize the care you're giving it. It will reward you with calmer nights and lighter mornings. One day you'll be surprised to realize, wow, last night I actually slept well without even trying. And in that moment, you'll see that you didn't just regain sleep, you rediscovered peace within yourself. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a heartfelt reminder. Growing older doesn't mean losing sleep. It simply means it's time to relearn how to slow down, listen to your body, and return to life's simple joys. And sometimes even a small piece of ginger can become a trusted companion on that journey. If you find these tips helpful, try putting them into practice tonight. And if you feel a difference, I'd love for you to come back and share your experience, because your story might just inspire someone else out there who's struggling with sleepless nights. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss other natural solutions for health after 50. Together, we'll explore even more, not just better sleep, but also mental well-being, nutrition, movement, and so much more, all to help you live healthier, fuller, and more meaningful golden years. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath, and remind yourself, I deserve to rest. Tonight, let ginger guide you back to peaceful sleep. See you in the next video. A special gift just for you. I've put together an ebook that shares simple yet effective methods to improve your sleep with the help of ginger. You can get it for free right now by clicking the link in the description below. I truly believe this ebook will be a helpful companion, guiding you step by step toward deeper, more natural and peaceful sleep.